And I'm the Regal Master of Ceremony this evening.
Hello, I'm Cadet Carla Villanueva, and I'm also your Master of Ceremonies. On behalf of Prince George's County Executive Rashawn L. Baker III and Fire Chief Benjamin M. Barksdale, welcome to the graduation ceremony for Cadet Class 5.
Before we get started, here's some important information. In the event of an emergency, exits are located on both sides of the auditorium and in the rear. Restrooms are located in the lobby. Exit on your left for men and on your right for women. And also, this is a smoke-free building.
Family, friends, department staff, and guests, I present to you the graduates and instructors of the Prince George's County Fire and Emergency Medical Services Department, Cadet Class 5. Lieutenant Robinson, please bring in Cadet Class 5.
Yeah. Class, attention! Class, the promise.
T, trust, H, honor, E, ethics, T, R, M, I, S, E.
Class, the motto.
Cadet Class 5.
We are riding to save lives.
Cadet Class 5.
We are riding to save lives.
Forward, march. Class, at ease.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the presentation of colors, which will be followed by our national anthem and pledge of allegiance.
Class, attention.
Oh, see, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight over ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in O save us as far spake, O bear not yet away. O the Lord of the free, and the home of the brave.
And now the invocation by Pastor Shantia Vega.
Let us pray. God, we just thank you for this moment in time to just celebrate what you have done in our lives. God, we honor you for bringing these graduates through, and we ask, God, that you would just be with us, be in our presence on this evening. Allow us, God, to be able to just see your glory. Allow us, God, to be able to experience the greatness you have placed upon them. God, we honor you and we invite your presence into this place. Let it be your sacred place, God, as we honor you for the work that's done in public service and especially by our fire and EMS services. God, be with them as they go forward and guide us through on this evening. In your name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor Vega. You may be seated.
In just a few moments, Cadet Class 5 will receive their graduation certificates and officially move on to the next phase of their fulfilling careers. We will start by introducing several honored guests in our audience. Guests, please stand to be recognized. Rashawn L. Baker III, County Executive. DCAO, Mark McGowan. Benjamin M. Barksdale, Fire Chief of Prince George's County. Dr. Kevin Markswell, CEO of Prince George's County. Melissa Osborne, representing Tracy Miller, Principal of Gwen Park High School. Henry Stawinski, Police Chief of Prince George's County. Representing Sheriff Melvin High, Colonel Palmer.
Roberta Thea Boykins Wilson, Associate Pastor, First Baptist Church of Glenarden. Stephanie Maxwell, Director of OHRM. Robin Barnshell, Executive Director, Office of Ethics. Adam C. Doubleday, Deputy Fire Chief of the Support Services Command. Tiffany Green, Deputy Fire Chief, Administrative Services Command. Deputy Fire Chief of the Emergency Services Command, Brian Frankel. Additional Prince George's County Fire Department command staff, including civilian managers, please stand to be recognized.
The most important guest in our presence today is you, the family members and friends of our graduates. Without your support, encouragement, and understanding, we would not be celebrating such tremendous success today. Thank you for being here. It is a distinct honor to present our first speaker of this evening, the Honorable Rashawn L. Baker III, Prince George's County Executive.
Can we give our embassies for the evening a round of applause? Aren't they doing a great job? Thank you. Well, this evening is very special to us. I know it's special to the families, it's special to the young men and women who are about to, who've been through this program. It's special to us as a county because we started this program, I believe, almost 5 years ago when Chief Bayshore was here. And the idea of the program was to have Prince George's County grow its own. To have our young people come through our schools and look at the opportunities to provide another level of public service to the county. And that idea has grown from one school right here at Flowers to Gwynn Park High School and to a program that we see tonight. That means before us today, potentially are the next fire chief, the next public safety director, Mark McGall, the next county executive. It's all from this program that we've been able to expand our ranks in the county, but more importantly, to provide a real opportunity for a rewarding career. So I'm very pleased to be here tonight. I want to thank Chief Barksdale for embracing this program and carrying it forward. Can we give him a round of applause, please? And as I said to Dr. Maxwell, when he got the round of applause tonight when his name was mentioned, no one has embodied taking these innovative programs throughout Prince George's County schools. Whether it's expanding our arts integration program throughout our school system, whether it's making sure that across the 500 square miles of our school system we see a language immersion program, whether it's making sure that our teachers got more money, whether it's expanding the things that we're doing. This is another example of a legacy that will live beyond Dr. Maxwell, beyond Chief Barksdale, beyond the Baker administration, but more importantly, it will go to make the county better. So I want to thank all of them for doing the work. I also want to recognize our school board vice chair, Carolyn Boston. Thank you. She could stand up. Parents to know that without their support, we wouldn't have been able to offer this program and expand it so that these young people can now be part of a great program and go on. Thank you, parents, for allowing us to impart this knowledge to your children. Thank you for being willing to go through it and the benefit you're going to make throughout. God bless you. And thank you for the men and women who actually trained them. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we will have remarks by Fire Chief Benjamin Barksdale.
Good evening, everyone. It's great to be here this evening and to witness the accomplishments of the 24 students that we have here. And I must say that I'm very impressed with what we have achieved together with both the public schools and the Fire and EMS department, as well as some of our other partners, Mr. Taylor, and making sure that these children are on their way to a bright future. And over the past 2 years, I'm sure that with over 700 hours of training, that not only have they received Fire and EMS training, but I'm sure that they have learned some lessons that will carry them for the rest of their lives. We've been able to hire 7 cadets so far since the inception of the program. And I hope that with the group that we have before us, many of them will be successful and applying for the department as we open up the new process in July. For those that are going on to college, wish you luck and success there. However, when you finish college, we'll be more than glad to have you as an employee with Prince George's County Fire and EMS, and I'm looking forward to that. For those that are going to go ahead and try to come onto the department right after graduation, we're going to do all that we can to support you and help you to practice with the CPAT so that you're successful on that first try. It is possible. I mean, you've seen some of the students come before you that have been successful. So I know that you can do it. I mean, we want people that live here in Prince George's County to work for the Prince George's County Fire and EMS Department. And we want people that look like the people here in Prince George's County to work for Prince George's County Fire and EMS Department. So with that, again, I congratulate you, I honor you, thank you parents for the support that you've given to your children, and as I reminded you before, stay out of trouble. You still got to go through the background check, so you want to make sure we don't have any issues. But thank you.
Thank you, Fire Chief Barksdale, for those remarks. Please welcome CEO of Prince George's County Public Schools, Dr. Kevin Maxwell.
So good evening, everyone. I am so happy, so proud, so honored to be here tonight for the 5th graduating class. It's easy for me to keep track because this is my 5th graduation season as CEO back here in Prince George's County. And it is a wonderful program. There are, as I understand, 16, is that right, graduates from Charles Herbert Flowers High School and another dozen from Gwynn Park High School. Right? 14 of these cadets earned the National Registry Emergency Medical Technician certification, which is an extremely challenging certification, and it has a 78% pass rate for adult learners. And so for them to have already reached that goal, it's really fantastic. They participated in a number of community service events and other programs, including the Congressional Fire Service Institute Dinner and Symposium. They've been to the National Fallen Firefighters Memorial at the National Fire Academy. They did the 9/11 stair climb at the National Gaylord. They've done Toys for Tots at the Prince George's County Police Department headquarters. They've stuffed a truck in Largo, and they participated at the DC Convention Center in the Health and Wellness Expo. They have been very busy with their learning and all of their other classes and with all of their community participation. And I know that you are as proud of them as I am. You know, Mr. Baker, mentioned some of the programs in Prince George's County. And I think it's important just to recognize that when we look at these graduates, when we look at these cadets, I've worked in other places in this state as well, and I attend national and state conferences, and I assure you, this does not happen in other places, right? It's just unbelievable the opportunities that children in Prince George's County have. The immersion programs that Mr. Baker mentioned, the largest arts integration program in the United States, one of the largest integration programs, period, the international high schools. We have so many programs in this district that get very, very little attention. We have a television camera in the back tonight, which is fantastic, but you don't see the media coverage for the great things that go on in Prince George's County, the way you do the handful of things that don't go well. And I say that because I want to give the parents and the grandparents and the other folks that are here tonight a charge as I leave the podium. If you don't tell the story of the great things that are going on in this county and in this school system, no one will. That is your responsibility to make sure when you hear people with their hatefulness and their negativity, that you respond to them with the great opportunities that you see, that you know about, that you have. That's how we change the perception. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Dr. Maxwell. From Gwen Park High School, please welcome Melissa Osborne.
On behalf of our principal, Dr. Tracy Miller, our resident principal, Miriam Thomas, I would like to say it is an honor and a privilege to be before you to see Gwen Park's second graduating class. I am excited, elated, overjoyed to be a part of this program. And I know great things are going to manifest from these young individuals at Flowers and Gwen Park because of what has been instilled in them as being firefighters, as the promise, as standing up and having the excellence rise up in them. Thank you.
Thank you, each of you, for your remarks. We will now introduce the keynote speaker for this evening.
Thea Boykins Wilson is an associate pastor at the First Baptist Church of Glenarden, where Pastor John K. Jenkins Sr. serves as her pastor and ministry covering. She currently serves as the director of First Baptist Church of Glenarden's Civic Engagement Ministry and as the director of Believers Overcoming Destructive Yokes by Christian Ministry. She is also an instructor at the First Baptist Church of Glenarden's Bible Institute and the chair of Civic Engagement for National Coalition of 100 Black Women Incorporation, Anne Arundel County Chapter. Reverend Boykins Wilson is also the published author of No Longer Bound. Her testimonies and teachings have been featured in LA Times, Christian Today magazines, as well as the health section of the Washington Post. In addition to preaching throughout the United States, Reverend Boykins Wilson has made local appearances on news stations such as NBC4, WSA 9. She is also heard on talk radio programs throughout the United States, in Canada, and the Bahamas, and Europe. As an associate pastor, her captivating and transparent way of communicating God's truth has impacted and changed many lives and marriages locally and internationally. She is a successful businesswoman and a trailblazer for advocacy and civic engagement in her community. Reverend Boykins Wilson has been married to Ronald W. Wilson for 32 years and has 3 beautiful daughters. Please welcome Reverend Thea Boykins Wilson.
Good evening, everyone. And thank you for that awesome introduction to County Executive Baker, Dr. Maxwell, Chief Barksdale, Chief McGaugh, Chief Stawinski, and all other distinguished elected or appointed officials of this great county represented here today, to the parents and guardians of our honorees, the Prince George's County Public Schools Fire EMS class of 2018, I am indeed grateful beyond measure for the honor and the privilege to have been invited here this evening to address you on this special day as we gather to honor and celebrate your achievements and your graduation from the Prince George's County Public Schools Fire EMS Cadet program. Let's give them a hand to begin. Graduation should be special, and they should be memorable. But you know what? I don't remember much about my own. The only thing I can remember about my graduation were the songs that were played. And one was our class song that was approved by our administration, Leaving for a Dream by the group Heat Wave. Google it. I know you all don't know them. They made Boogie Nights. Maybe you know that one, but no, Google it. Trust me, it's a great song. And the other one was Bustin' Out by Rick James. Maybe you know that one. That was the unofficial class song. And the reason I remember this song is because they surprised us by playing the song at our graduation in front of all the dignitaries, our parents, and our administrators, and they played the song and let us do the bump in our robes as we were about to graduate. And we were singing, we're busting out of this L7 square. Google it. I remember having the greatest time, but I can't remember who gave the graduation address. I can't remember if they were male, I can't remember if they were female, but I do remember jamming to Rick James in my graduation, and then I did get a diploma. And if you can remember, the only thing I can remember about my graduation, well, at least I achieved more than the person who gave my graduation address, and that, young ladies and gentlemen, is the goal in life to achieve. And achieve you have already. Not only do you now possess superhuman ability to put on full fire gear in less than 60 seconds, but in my view, you have superhuman ability to complete a full 2-year program that exposed you to fire, rescue, emergency medical, hazardous materials, and skills and techniques for one of the most dangerous occupations in the world. And I know today your parents are super proud of you and anxious about the next chapter in your lives, how well you do, just wanting you to succeed in life and to do better than they ever have, and praying to God that they'll live to see it all. And parents, where are you? Wave at me. I feel you. I've been there 3 times over, and I can say that you've done a phenomenal job raising these children. And give yourselves a round of applause. I am on the other side of where you're sitting today, and I can tell you this: everything is going to be all right. Say it with me, parents. Everything, come on, is going to be all right. And all right it shall be. Because everything about this class and your accomplishments are right. The Prince George's County Public Schools Fire EMS class of 2018, trained by the best Prince George's County has to offer. You have broadened your understanding of our need for public safety and services in our community. And what a community we live in, right? Prince George's County, the wealthiest African-American county in the country. Yes, give it up for Prince George's County. Now, some say it's the average income of our residents that makes us wealthy. Some say it's our home values. And perhaps these things are true if you're an economist. But from my vantage point, someone who has lived here and worked here most of my life. I've raised all 3 of my daughters here. I worship here. I serve here. My friends are here. My entire life is in this county. From my vantage point, you are the commodities that makes us the wealthiest county, in my view, in the country. And you, yes, you cadets, you are the vibranium in our Wakanda. You are the treasure that makes us wealthy, and you are the treasure that will keep us that way. First responders at age 17 to 18 years old, our very own homegrown superheroes. And you know our society can use superheroes right about now to protect us from our foes. Our enemies want to weaken us, but because they know that without our vibranium, we are helpless against them. Now let me add a disclaimer here. I'm not against any of our neighbors in the DMV working in our community, not at all. But who better to serve our community than you? Community relations today is suffering because able-bodied members of our own community that could serve us, who were born and raised in our special, unique, and wealthy community, have left and chosen not to serve. And those who weren't born and raised here have taken their places. Let me tell you what I know. I've lived a long time. I know it doesn't look that way, but I've lived a long time. And I've traveled many places. You can search the United States over, and you will never find another Wakanda like ours. And we need you to help us keep this county the way it is. Yes, it's okay to clap. When Mrs. Smith down the street that you've known all your life slips and falls and breaks her hip, who do you think would be best in coming to her rescue? A fire responder that works in our Wakanda but lives in West Virginia, or you? When Mr. Jones, who coached your Pee Wee football team, develops heart failure but refuses to go to the doctor, who do you think would be best to help his family convince him to go? A first responder that works in our Wakanda but lives in Howard County, or you? Yes, it is you. First responder that was born, raised, and trained to serve their own. You know how I know this? Because the Mr. Jones in my example was my father, Mr. Boykins. My father was raised in an era that did not trust doctors. He was born in 1915. He stood 6 feet 7 inches tall, and he was the epitome of strength. And to the age of 82, he started noticing his legs were swelling, and he stopped eating. So we did what we learned in elementary school. When you have an emergency, you dial what? You dial 911. And let me tell you something. We were scared to call 911 because our father told us not to. And even though I was married with children and grown, we were still afraid of my father. But we disobeyed this time and called. And up the steps walked a group of men from our local fire station that knew my father, respected him, and was not intimidated by his stubborn demeanor, who cared for him, took his vitals, and convinced him to go to the hospital. Now, ironically, at the very same time, my mother was in the hospital having knee replacement surgery. And if my father had not gone to the hospital at that time, he would have never seen his wife of 58 years for the very last time. My loving parents got to see each other for the very last time. What a gift those firemen helped us achieve as a family. And what a gift you are to our community. The opportunity you have been given by successfully completing this program is immense. I've lived a long time to know that opportunity has hair on its forehead and is bald in the back. You have to grab it when it's coming, because when it passes you by, there's no more opportunity. So grab the opportunity that you have to make over $40,000 a year plus benefits without a college degree. Grab the opportunity you have to go to college to expand your education. Grab the opportunity you have to serve and protect our beautiful community. Please don't let it pass you by. Remember your mottos. You have pride in saving lives, and you are the cadet class to our rescue. Congratulations again, Prince George's County Public Schools Fire EMS Class of 2018. May life present you all things good, all things successful, as you leave PGCPF for a dream to pursue your careers and purpose. Don't forget your community. Our Wakanda is so super proud of you, and we need you to survive. Prince George's County forever. God bless you.
Thank you, Reverend Boykin Wilson. If you may now, please, Reverend Boykin Wilson, may you please join me back at the podium. The fire chief will have a few words. The fire chief will have a few words.
Right here, so, yes, just a small token of our appreciation for being here this evening and for the great words that you provided. Thank you.
Now, if I may have the stage crew, please join us in the audience. Yes, everybody on the stage, please join us in the audience. Thank you. We will now have a slideshow produced by the cadet staff. This video will give you an idea of what the cadets have endured over the past 2 years. graduates a big round of applause. At this time, we ask our state guests to please join us on the stage. At this time, can I get my co-host to join me on the stage, Lieutenant Corey Gray? Also, Lieutenant Robinson, please have your cadets line up.
Class, attention. Right face. Forward march.
At this time, we will present certificates and awards to our graduates.
All right, from Charles Herbert Flowers High School, Lubai Bangora. Next, Maana Blackman. India Garrison. Khadija Tu Diaby. Michaela Fleming. Corey Freeman. Naya Gaddy. Courtney Jenkins. Keith Johnson Jr. Maya Lowe. Toji Ngogbli. Miriam Alford. Chad Ramdin. Shalette Rawls. Kayla Reed. Clinton Vasquez Jr.
From Grant Park High School, we have Tyrell Collins. Jamal Head. Jordan Hawkins. Aaron Pear. Kanea Scott. Trinity Stewart. Carla Villanueva. Cadet instructors will now present Special Achievement Awards.
All right, good evening. The following award I'm presenting tonight is for the Fire Suppression Scholastic Achievement Award. The Fire Suppression Scholastic Achievement Award is presented to the cadet who has achieved the highest score on fire suppression written exams and practicals evolution. The recipient for the Fire Suppression Scholastic Achievement Award from Flowers High School is Michaela Flynn.
Also, the Fire Suppression Scholarship Achievement Award is Jordan Hawkins from Will.
Emergency Medical Services EMS Scholastic Achievement Award. The Emergency Medical Service Award is presented to cadets that have achieved the highest academic average on the Emergency Medical Service written and practical examinations. The recipient of the Emergency Medical Service Award from Gwynn Park High School, Aaron Pick.
From Flowers High School, Michaela Fleming. Next is the Instructors Award. The Instructors Award is presented to an individual cadet in the high school fire science program who has shown the highest level of development and dedication during the class. In short, we identify the cadet who has contributed significantly to the success of the class overall, either by helping others or through self-improvement. The recipient of the Instructors Award from Flowers High School, Courtney Jenkins.
The Instructors Award for Gwynn Park High School is Carla Villanueva.
we have the Principal Award. The Principal Award is a very special recognition presented to an outstanding cadet who has displayed the rarest combination of leadership, courage, and professionalism. This cadet has consistently demonstrated leadership and is respectful to classmates and instructors and is enthusiastic about the program. The recipient of the Principal Award is, for Gwynn Park High School, Trinity Stewart.
Principal Award for Flowers High School will be Lupa Bangor.
The final award tonight will be the Fire Chiefs Award. This award is bestowed on an individual in recognition of achievements that have made significant contributions to the graduating class. Selection criteria emphasize leadership, professional development, integrity, performance, and personal growth. The recipient of the Fire Chiefs Award from Flowers High School is Michaela Fleming. And from Gwynn Park High School, Cadet Jordan Hopkins.
All right, our stage guests, you may be seated. Let's celebrate our graduates by giving them a big round of applause. At this time, I would like to welcome Cadet Clinton Vasquez Jr.
I would like to thank the families, friends, and members of the Prince George's County Fire EMS Department for being here today. The Fire Cadet program has truly been a wonderful and rewarding experience these past 2 years. Nothing in our high school careers could ever have made us ready for the challenges that present themselves. For example, the exams, the maze, and the live burns that we endured. We were pushed to our limits, and without realizing that we built a family, with the instructors, and more importantly, with each other. We encourage each other, provide support, and give us a lot of push when we find each other veering off track. The Fight Cadet program taught us life skills such as determination, perseverance, and much more. The Fight Cadet program made us understand the magnitude of going out into the field day by day, to put others' needs before our own, to look in our community. We developed the cadets who want nothing more than to save lives and put what's best for people we assist. The program has provided a great foundation for us that we will carry with us throughout our lives and endeavors. For example, we were taught to never give up, to push ourselves, even when the odds seem not in our favor. We know life can be fun sometimes, but also hard and seem quite impossible. Even if we do not get it right the first time, we're to try and try again. Furthermore, understand that hard work, compassion, respect for your community, and a positive attitude are key foundations that will help us accomplish all of our life goals. Lastly, the Fight Cadet program gave us a newfound respect in ourselves that will carry with us throughout our lives. At this point, I'd like to again thank Prince George's County Public Schools, Prince George's County Fire EMS Department, our parents, instructors, and classmates.
Thank you, Cadet Vasquez. Now we welcome Cadet Aaron Perry.
Good evening. My name is Cadet Perry. Tonight I want to talk to you a little bit about my experience and my cadet class's experience with the Prince George's County Fire Department and the cadet program. I'm going to speak on both behalf, Glen Park and Flower Schools. I was first introduced to the program at the end of my 10th grade year in a showcase and career pathways type of exhibit. The fire cadets came up from Cadet Class 1. They came up and did what is known as the 60-second or the box drill. They put on all their PPE, no SCBA, well, the O2 air containers. They did that in under 60 seconds and I was blown away. I was previously enticed by my retired DC firefighter uncle, and he told me cool stories. And then I saw this 60-second drill, and I was like, I'm gonna try it just to break out of my shell. And I fell in love with it. It paid off. I don't only speak for myself, I speak for my whole class. When over the summer we first saw each other in Station 40, Brandywine, it was a group full of strangers getting fitted for our PPE. We were all looking at each other. None of us talked to each other. None of us knew each other before the program. And little did we know we'd become best friends and like a second family. Through this program we bonded. I can say I have friends, like great friends, through my entire life. I'm gonna keep these guys. Our first day of class, we walked in class, we met Lieutenant Robinson and Lieutenant Gray. Well, it was firefighter Gray at that time, but now he's Lieutenant Robinson. And Lieutenant Robinson sat us down and flat out told us, not everybody in this room will walk across that stage on graduation day. And sadly, he was right. We started off with 15 junior cadets and only 8 of us graduated today. So we lost some in the long run, but I guess they weren't cut out for it. The rest of our junior year from that point on was a huge life-changing experience. From me even going into a first fire, even seeing my first fire, practicing CPR, getting certified in CPR, and it was like crazy life-changing. I never thought I would see myself doing this type of stuff. I never thought I was even gonna be in danger, but I love it now. First year we did Firefighter 1, hazmat operations, vehicle machinery extrication, which is like when you get in a car crash and you're really mangled and tangled, we get you out of it safely. And then We finished off with rescue technician, which is like high angle or trench rescue if you fall in a well or if you're hanging off the side of a building. And then second year, we started off crazy second year, man. Second year was, there was no room for error at all. We started off with EMTB, which, that was ridiculous. It was EMTB and the workout program, which was fantastic. I love getting in shape, but I fell out, and I'm sad now. EMT was crazy. I think on the ride to the EMTB practicals, everybody was nervous, everybody was like quizzing each other, and same thing on the way to the NREMT practicals, or written. Only a few of us made it to the national stage, and only a few of us passed through the national stage. So yeah, that's a pretty good accomplishment to have at 17, as I'm told. I wouldn't know otherwise. First one. So with EMT, working out all your classes, juggling school administration, juggling graduation requirements, service hours, getting all your teachers to bump up your grade a little bit so you can graduate, all that stuff together. You got stress from prom, from your parents, from college, from scholarships and stuff. So through all that we really, second year, both of the schools really meshed together. First year we kind of separate, we didn't really know we didn't talk to each other. The second year, we started getting closer and closer to EMT, as I said, on the bus rides, those crucial bus rides, for hours. Second year classes, we took EMTB, Firefighter 2, and truck company ops. I am thankful to say that I'm certified in every class you've taken, as well as the every one of my classmates, all of my teachers, even everybody sitting on the stage can go on about how beneficial this program is and this county is to our youth. But I think I'm gonna leave that to them. So in closing, I'd like to thank my parents, all my instructors, as well as everybody on the stage, all of the firefighters and paramedics we already have out on the streets today. And thanks for coming. Give another round of applause to our graduates. I'd like to say to my instructors and everybody who has dealt with us, you guys are great professionals, and good night.
Thank you, Cadet Bear. As we draw to a close, I would like to introduce the Academy staff. Assistant Fire Chief Kirschbaum and staff, please stand to be recognized. Thank you. You may be seated. In addition to the Fire EMS Training and Leadership Academy, instructors and staff standing before you, we also want to recognize numerous adjunct instructors and partnerships that have contributed knowledge and resources to our training graduates. Let's give them all a round of applause. Thank you all for being here this evening to recognize a very special occasion. Please stand as Elder Melissa Osborne comes to the podium to give the benediction.
Eternal Father, first of all, we give you honor and praise for the breath that you have placed in us. As we leave this place in a celebration mode. We thank you for the cadets, we thank you for the parents, we thank you for the instructors, we thank you for the school members, we thank you for everyone that came out to be a part of this celebration. Now, angels that have been charged for each family, youth go around each car, protect every side of the car, and as they go home, let their homes be intact. No, let it be better than intact. Let the homes be even better now than they were before. Let these cadets go higher and higher in you, and always putting you first. We give you all the honor and all the glory in Jesus' name. Amen.
Please be seated once more before we dismiss our graduates. At this time, I want to recognize the cadet staff. We have Captain Marvin Perry. We have Lieutenant Antoine Robinson. Lieutenant Corey Gray. Firefighter Paramedic Raphael Holt. Firefighter Joan Godfrey. Firefighter Andrew Spriggs. And myself, Firefighter Gatlin. We now present to you the graduates of Cadet Class 5. Lieutenant Robinson, dismiss your graduates.
Class, attention. Right face. Class, dismissed.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the graduation ceremony for Cadet Class 5. Refreshments await you in the lobby. Drive safely and enjoy the